Hello, hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic, intuitive reader, and fellow Scorpio. All right, Scorps, this is going to be our weekly reading for April 20th through the 26th, or whenever you come across this message, I'm talking to you. All right, guys, so let's settle into our energy. We're preparing for a new moon in Taurus on the 27th. We are retrograde free. Yes, yes, yes. And I am feeling it too, right? I'm feeling free, which, by the way, if you've been participating in the free mini read contest, hang tight because I will be doing the winner at the end of this reading. And if you want to participate to win, then hang tight and I'll announce what you need to comment below to participate. All right, we've got number 61, Whale Song, resonating. I love when that shows up because 61 reduces to the number 7, and that's a very spiritual, introspective number, a number of enlightenment, God's number. Very lucky as well. So I feel like this soul tribe vibe, I feel like you're coming into your community. Things are becoming more clear. And while this isn't the financial reading, which I did release on Sunday, so feel free to check that out after this one, I will say that I feel that people are entering your life that will provide an avenue towards abundance, if that makes sense, right? So they know someone, they have a connection, or you might meet someone who actually has a skill that you might benefit from. So I feel there's something there. Also, I feel as well that Scorpios are going to be aligning themselves with a spiritual mentor. I have number 55, the farther gate, taking a bold step forward. 5 is a number of adventure and change. And sometimes it can be a little bit of drama, depending, but when you couple it twice, it reduces to 10. So 1 is a brand new beginning with limitless possibilities, and that's how that 0 shows up. So I feel this is about taking big chances, especially when you're doing something that you've always wanted to do, didn't think you could, wasn't sure if it would happen, and you've kind of been towing the line of like, should I or shouldn't I? This energy is first of all, I can't wipe the smile off my face because I just feel so much better, right? Like that retrograde energy was really having us get through the heaviness, right? Another number 5. So maybe you're seeing 555, comment below. We've had a lot of that recently. And of course, that's change and being at a crossroads. This reads Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure, which is what I feel it, guys. I don't know. I feel it strongly. So, all right, let's see. I hope everyone's had an amazing week. Oh, and I just want to point out, guys, that I've been, I love these bracelets. I have a newfound love for Otter Spirit. All the details are in the comments below. Not the comments, but in the description box. You can get 20% off by using Stasi20, but it's not even about that. Dude, I'm telling you, I love me some otters. They're a little neurodivergent. They could be autistic. They're my spirit animal. All right, 3 of Wands. The Hermit card, which is very much what I was saying, introspection, like philosophy, a spiritual ascension feels like it's coming through. The 7 of Pentacles. Oh, Scorpio, I feel like you start off the week wondering if you're heading down the right path, and you're doing some research, some soul searching is happening here. 3 of Wands. You definitely want more, and you have a much more clear picture of what that looks like than you've had in recent months. That's for sure. You still are in that, just in the beginning of the week though, you're ending that energy of like heaviness. Because look, I've got the Hermit card and the 7 of Pentacles. You see in this particular deck that Hermit is like looking on the computer. I feel like you've been a little bit isolated, checking something out from afar, investigating a new path. Let's see. Yes, you have. Two of nothing. I say that all the time. The High Priestess is number 2. Oh, why am I like this? All right. So 3 of Wands clarified by the High Priestess. this is coming through. You've recently gotten a ping to do something, like your gut is pulling you towards something, and you're like, I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm going to start to make some plans to take that first step, to take that bold step forward. Oh, Scorpio, there is a lot of change happening in your world right now, and I can feel it. And I'm not joking. You are going to start getting more spiritual, more looking into your occult studies, really investigating a different path for yourself. There's a lot of freedom here for Scorpio. Gosh, it's a really good vibe that I'm getting too. And it's almost like you decide to change your entire life on a hunch, on a download, on a deep desire. Like an epiphany. That's the word I'm looking for. The Hermit card is being clarified by Judgment. Okay. So Judgment is... So as I'm talking to you about being called to, you getting this longing to proceed, it's a bold step. It's going to radically change your life, right? Whew. Scorpio, that nagging feeling, and I always refer to it as the Eight of Cups call, right? That call for more for yourself is knocking so loudly that you're no longer contemplating, should I? You're contemplating when. You're contemplating, do I put in my 2 weeks now? Do I wait? Do I tell anyone? That's what's happening. Decisions have been made. And again, remember, this reading's for the energy of the 20th, the 26th. We're getting towards that new moon at the end of this week. So that things are going to change rapidly during the course of this week. The Hermit being clarified by Judgment. Judgment is you're being called to the true north. You see angelic powers, right? Divinity. The light of wisdom is coming through, calling you further. And saying, you know what, your life is meant for more. Scorpio, I feel like you're a very spiritual being, right? And maybe you've been closed off to that side of it in the past simply because it didn't, religion can be constraining, restrictive. And I feel like you're entering back into a philosophy on your own terms. That's a beautiful feeling. Comment below, I am free, if you want to be entered into next week's mini read. I am free, Scorpio, because that's the energy I'm getting. The High Priestess has no roof above her head. Her ideas are limitless. Her energy is limitless. She is omnipotent. She guides the seeker, right? It's beautiful. And I feel like this is you uncovering not only the mysteries of the universe, but the mysteries of yourself. And quite frankly, it's two sides of the same coin. I geek out when it comes to spirituality. I know. Oh, gosh. I don't know, guys. I don't know why I'm like this. Four of Wands. We've got the Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. You're questioning your community. You're questioning your friendships. You're questioning relationships. And not because, you're, again, Eight of Cups energy. You're not dissatisfied. You're not angry. You're not fed up. You wouldn't be changing a situation out of fear, right? Or obligation. This is simply you're being called for more and you're finding your environment not meeting the needs of your future self. And with this Seven of Pentacles over this, or being clarified by this Four of Wands, the other thing as well is whatever situation you're in currently that you're questioning, that change leads to freedom. That's the other thing about the Four of Wands. It's a gateway to freedom. And I did just say, comment below, I am free, and the universe is doubling down. So here we've got what signifies the Four Wands, which is really the number 11, a gateway to freedom coming through. And we see a lot of that here too, right? Because you have the two pillars on either side of the High Priestess. So I feel like this is an initiatory time for you coming through that gateway. It's a gateway to freedom. And the farther gate, a bold step forward. Wow, Scorpio, I don't know. It's all coming together. It's looking like you've shed that skin, you've released that mask. You're not here to service anybody else's ideas of who you are. I really see you celebrating yourself and celebrating your successes, and things are coming into material form that you've been working on. Whether, like for myself, I've been working on my merchandise and digital products and things that are coming very, very soon. And they're labors of love, not obligation. And I think that's what the difference is happening for us Scorpios. Like, you're really excited about the products you're putting out, or you're very excited about the path that your life has taken. But when you start pursuing your true north, that does mean that some people are left behind. But it's okay, because again, this is done. It's a labor of love moving forward. That's the best thing I can say. Let's see. Tell me more about Scorpio. We've got the devil energy. Oh, look. Yes, Spirit. This reading is amazing. So let's tie it all together, Scorpio. You know how my readings are. I was just talking about the 555 energy, right? Tell me if this is showing up in your life. 555. When we reduce that, it leads us to the number 15 and 6. So 15 is the devil energy. And I was saying you're going to be releasing heaviness, things that don't fit your lifestyle any longer. This to me is also false beliefs. Like, you believed you had to follow XYZ path to reach, the stars ahead, and you don't. Right? You can create your own path. And that's what it is, Scorpio. Create your own path where you're looking for advancement. You don't have to wait for anything or permission from anybody. 8 of Wands comes through, and this is the time to take action, pursue travel, forward momentum, right? And I feel like this is the universe giving you that energy you need. We're retrograde free, I think, until, and look this up, but I think it's like May 4th or 5th, depending on where you live. Oh, that was loud. But I do think this is great. Knight of Cups, right? In the pursuit of happiness, emotional fulfillment, kindness in your life. But let me get back to this real quick. The universe is, so with the 3 5s, that's again change. I feel like you've burnt down the house, and now you've burnt down the house, and now you are rebuilding a palace. Oh, yes. Oh, that's poetic, right? You've burned down the house, and now you're building a palace. Comment below. I am free, Scorpio. I'm taking it. I just saw the Emperor, and he wants to be acknowledged. Oh, that's right. This week, we go from Aries season to Taurus season. That's true. Oh, well, look, he wants his final hurrah. Sorry, these cards really do talk to me, and he was like, excuse me. All right, so Aries season. In order for you to have rule and reign over your dominion, in order for you to have that power that it's already within you, you have to release these ideas that it has to be done a traditional way, a specific way, that you need the help of someone and you keep them around. I don't know. This is saying shake off the wet dog. No, shake it off like a wet dog. Shake it off like a wet dog, Scorpio. The Emperor says you are the ruler, right? You are in charge of all of this. And there's also something here about don't be so guarded as you move forward into this lifestyle of that fits you now, right? All right, let me get my words together. See, the Emperor is robed, but underneath there's armor, and kind of like always low key ready for it. Like, I wish somebody would. And this is saying maybe there's something here about releasing. Like, you don't have to be in protective mode. Thank you, guys. I'm sorry. It is a struggle. Hyper vigilant. No need to be so hyper vigilant. Thank you. It's a lot of energy. I feel like all my guides have been retrograding and revising things, and they're just like, hey, can you hear me now? How about now? Sorry. All right, let's go. Oh, I think my neurodivergency went direct as well. All right, what else do we have? 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands being clarified by Scorpio. Transformation. Listen, Scorpio, this is the time. The universe is saying if there was ever a time where you are being catapulted into the best and brightest version of you, if you choose to accept the mission, the energy is here. So ride that wave, Scorpio. Ride that wave, because the cards that are clarifying, right, are saying you are in control of what happens next. Absolutely. You've got these are great cards. These really are great cards. There's a lot of, you being able to understand what your guides are trying to communicate to you, picking up books, occult books. If you're looking for recommendations, I get a lot of this. Stasi, where can I find recommendations? Head over to my YouTube storefront. You'll see it. There is literally a curated list of cards and books, and some of my makeup products, because you guys asked for that. And I think you'll find some very interesting reads of all different levels. If you have any questions, let me know. I do have here the King of Cups coming forward, clarifying the Knight of Cups. Let me look at that. That's an interesting clarification. Some of you are dealing with multiple Scorpios. I will say that it's coming through very clearly. And I have an energy here of 3 Scorpios coming together, which oddly enough, I don't know what that looks like. And so I'm going to put that to the side. The other thing I feel is that an understanding happens between 2 parties that have been at odds. Take it or leave it. I literally am hearing that, and I'm hearing these are 2 people that are meaning well towards each other generally, but they're at odds for some reason. And there is a path forward that's very specific. So take it or leave it, but that's how I'm picking it up. I feel that somebody is, I don't know, in their own head. That's such a weird thing to come through. Anything else with that King of Cups and Knight of Cups? Un momento. Oh, wow. There's so much water energy. The Page of Cups flipped up with the 6 of Pentacles. So this could very well be, I'm picking up the strangest things. I'm picking up generational lineage, like some type of ancestral thing. So some of you might be considering a mediumship. It's so clear what's happening. Some of you are considering getting a mediumship or connecting with an ancestor, going back. And this came up last week, traveling back to a place that you grew up. There's something here about, ancestry DNA. Something here about Scorpio investigating where they've come from and getting in touch with their roots, which is one of the reasons there's a lot of pull towards occult studies. And so that's one thing. The other thing is that you may really be in a situation of getting an inheritance. And I say that because this seems to me that this could be a generational thing. The card that came out with it was the 6 of Pentacles. So again, this is how I'm interpreting these 2 things. This is something coming into balance, something of generosity, somebody giving, right? So that's interesting. And I have to acknowledge that because the 8 of Wands came out right before that, there may be a situation, even a family vacation. There's something here where you're doing something with family, right? Generationally. I've got the 5 of Cups. Show me more about how Scorpio finishes out the week. Judgment coming through again. And the King of Pentacles. There really might be something here where some Scorpios are visiting like estate planning or wills, inheritance, contracts, because of the way I'm seeing the cards kind of line up together. And I do get this sense of freedom coming. And I've been saying Scorpios do come into some chunky money between April and right in the beginning of May. So big money in, big money out. But this puts you in a place of freedom, the gateway to freedom. Bold step forward. So I'm going to respectfully move past that, but that might be what's going on. So we've got the 5 of Cups coming through, maybe thinking about woulda, shoulda, coulda, a little regret. What's that about for Scorpio as we get towards the end of the week? The 8 of Swords. I just heard, I wish I would have done this sooner. I wish this would have happened sooner. And the universe is saying it was not time. You would not have been as successful. So, let that go. And I think also you have to acknowledge the retrogrades of it all. One moment. I do want to acknowledge as well the Nine of Pentacles just showed up. So give me 1 second. That energy has been very strong for Scorpio, basically saying, reserve the majority of your energy, your time, your resources for your betterment, right? So let's see. Oof. Well, here we go. Definitely Scorpio. Listen, my guides are calling me back to this generational thing in inheritance. All right. If you are going through something with that, things are really looking like progress is made by the end of this week. So again, I want to put that to the side. My guides keep bringing me back to it. And again, respectfully, if you've lost someone, I'm sorry. All right, so we've got the Five of Cups with the Eight of Swords, revisiting past situations. And I feel like there's like this, again, feeling of I wish I would have done this sooner, but it wasn't time. Also, again, the Judgment card shows up. And I've got the Seven of Swords. There's some strategy involved here. And that's what it is. Like, it couldn't have happened any sooner. You had to build up the strategy to hear the call and to move forward. Because I've got the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands, and where there has been a struggle with building your empire, where there has been, what seems to be a barrier or barriers in your path, all of that clears up. And again, remember that new moon in Taurus energy, Taurus energy, the King of Pentacles. So, you've been planting seeds all year long for what you want your life to look like. And the last month, 6 weeks more, it's been retrograde energy, revision, heaviness, all of the things. And now it's divine timing. We just had a full moon in Libra, things coming into balance. And again, comment, I am free. The Ten of Wands, putting down the end of a difficult journey, right? On the path to freedom. King of Pentacles, longevity, something that grows legs. And again, doing it from a place of desire and passion, it grows legs. Scorpio, that is really, really good. I love this for us. Again, comment, I am free, while I'll get our shadow work. 1 second, Scorpio. Oh my goodness. I do feel that very strongly, that like a freedom, possibility. There's something that happens that you're like, I really can make this happen. It's more than clarity. It's support. It's more than clarity. It's support. It's like, I just feel like that Ace of Cups comes from the sky and says, here, it's what you needed. All right, Scorpio, hold on. Cards everywhere. This reads apologizing versus grudge. And it's another number 15. I was low-key questioning if that message was, because they're so specific, but I'm being drawn back to that. So midweek, if you find yourself in conflict with someone, or you find yourself kind of going back and forth, like I said, this is two sides of the same coin. I feel strong that there's just going to be two people meaning well, but some kind of riff. Again, 555 is showing up. That riff is the catalyst to change. That change is what you need to move forward in your life. So take it how it resonates, but it's showing up multiple times. Maybe the devil, the monkey on your back, is a grudge. Maybe it is judgment. Maybe it is that you feel you're owed an apology, you want an apology, or you need to give one and you don't feel like you owe it. That's the energy I'm getting. That heaviness, that record in the back of your mind is mucking up your energy. So do what you can to alchemize it. Meaning 555 reduces ultimately to the number 6. And that is a harmonious number. That is a number of balance and things coming full circle, right? And love, harmony. It's a Venusian number. So what is it, Scorpio, that you need to do? Because you're the only one that's holding on to this label. At the end of the day, even if both of you are angry, your anger, your business, you're upset, your business. You're the only one that can change it. And I mean that, because even if somebody did you dirty, you can't force someone to see your side or feel what you feel. And Scorpios are so deep. Your best course of action is just to let it go and let it flow. Let your energy go and flow. And then move your energy to something that does serve you and understand you. So, one moment. That's interesting, Scorpio, how much the fives are coming up. Document, I am free. This is your crossroad moment. This is where, you make those bold steps that change the trajectory of your life. And this is the time. If there was ever a time to jump, child, it's now. It is now. Document, I am free. Own that. Own it. You deserve it. Be a comfort to yourself. Comfort is an inside job. Speak to yourself in a loving, positive way. Do something that nourishes you. Know in this moment all is well. Oh, that's beautiful, Scorpio. No matter what happens, you have to know that all is well. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, feeling exactly what you're supposed to be feeling, transcending exactly what you're supposed to be transcending. It's beautiful. You are in alignment. If you're seeing the numbers and you're feeling the call, you got to answer it. All right, Scorpios, thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and your support at Stars with Stasi. Okay, I am so appreciative. The winner of the free mini read is Goddess of the Moon 3333. I love that. Goddess of the Moon 3333. Congratulations, Goddess of the Moon. All right, guys, feel free to hang out and check out the mini reading. Don't forget to claim your abundance now. Document I am free and watch the universe start solving that on your behalf. All right, guys, remember that we are all stars from the sky with feet on the ground, and we really are doing the best we can with the information that we have. So be kind to yourselves and each other. And until next time, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it. Have a great week ahead, Scorpio, and shine brightly. All right, Goddess of the Moon. I love that name. Loved that name. And it's so funny because I do pick out my winners just very much randomly. Like I literally scroll with my eyes closed and we go from there. And last week, I'm telling you a story while I'm shuffling this. So last week, one of the winners, her name was Diana from Havana. And when I saw that name, I was so glad that it came up because my mom's name was Diana and she was from Havana. Jump to, I pick you. And I was wondering if you had a tarot channel. And, I was going to give you a little shout out so that people would subscribe to your channel. So I checked, and the playlist that you had is titled, I think Diana's Vibe or Diana's Playlist, something about Diana. And I knew right then and there that this was meant for you. So how cool. Let me just give me a second while I get these cards going so I can make sure to clear the energy and give you the reading you deserve. All right. Goddess of the Moon, Diana. 333. Let's see. Angels, ancestors, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and interdimensional beings overseeing this act of divination for the Goddess of the Moon, 3333. What messages do you have for Goddess of the Moon? All that? Thank you. I'm hesitant to take all that, but I'm hearing take it, so I'm not going to argue. Okay, so I've got the Three of Pentacles and the Devil card showing up. I will say this, if you are considering therapy, that's how this is coming through. If you are considering therapy, considering a way to consult with someone, this could be, like I was saying during the reading, you're considering getting a mediumship or figuring out another path ahead. This Three of Pentacles, sorry, I feel like this Three of Pentacles is like you consulting with someone. Unless, of course, you are the person being consulted, you may be in a position to help someone break out of a difficult cycle. So we'll see what this looks like over here. I've got the King of Pentacles. Sorry, one second. Let me look at this. Ooh, wait a minute. Well, I have to be honest. I mean, there's so much coming through, and I'm trying to separate out what was part of that reading. I mean, this could be a number of things. I don't know if this is divorce or what's going on here, because I've got the Three of Pentacles with the Devil card, and then I've got the Five of Pentacles with the King of Cups. King of Cups is like a nurturing, loving, like a father figure almost, right? Somebody who really is wise, right? And then, but there's also like feeling left out and feeling abandoned. So you could be considering a relationship, leaving one, or you could be considering some childhood traumas and getting through that. But ultimately, I think the message here is, regardless of the details of your situation, whatever struggle you're having, it's like you want a barrier to be broken, and help is available for you. Things really change. You start to see something. Oh my gosh, things really change for you, Goddess of the Moon. You start to see things very differently. Temperance, this is about healing and looking at something different because you want to move forward with your life. I mean, I think ultimately the message here for you is the barrier is a deep wound, a pain, almost like some type of trauma. And that trauma clearing is in your favor. It's happening for you, but you are going to need the intervention of a third person, which is not a problem. I feel like you already know the path ahead. Yeah. So I'm also hearing that the barrier might have been finances to healing. Like I'm hearing, well, you know, I had to wait. I couldn't afford to do the thing I wanted to do. Everything changes. Also, it's saying that the lesson in itself, the medicine in itself was the discomfort, right? So sitting in the energy, sitting in the trauma, sitting in the drama of it all is uncomfortable. But for you, I feel like you're, like a lot of Scorpios, a master at it, right? You know how to walk the fine line to healing. You've gained a lot of enlightenment during this time. And as a result, sorry, my guides are pointing me out. As a result, like where you've been guarded, things really change. And I want to point out what they're saying to me is this is 12. It reduces, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is right here. So the universe this is definitely my guides coming through and saying you are on the right path, that, that interruption was divinely timed. Things are progressing very quickly as we approach the end of April through mid-May. A lot of healing for you. I really hope that this was for you the way I feel it, and I hope that this was meaningful, Goddess of the Moon. Let me know that you got this, and I wish you all the best. Get someone else involved. Look at this a little bit differently. There are many, many paths to your healing, and not everything has to cost an arm and a leg. Trust me. All right, my love, I wish you all the best ahead. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and shine brightly.